We also want to go to Minnesota and get the latest on that terrorist attack at a mall on Saturday night. ISIS is claiming responsibility for the stabbing rampage that left 9 people with wounds before an off-duty officer shot and killed the attacker. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is on the scene in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, George. This is where the attack started, this entrance to the mall. A man armed with a small knife of sorts stabbing people as he went through. Those in his path telling us this morning it was clear this was a man on a mission.
This morning, the FBI investigating if the man who went on a stabbing rampage at a Minnesota mall had ties to terrorism.
It was absolute chaos.
18-year-old Ryan Schleep says he was walking into the mall when he came face to face with the attacker.
He started striking one in the back of the head. Guy was just a roadblock. I was a speed bump in his way. It was just one hit. That was it. Continued on to whatever his objective was.
In total, 9 people stabbed. Authorities say the knife-wielding attacker, 22-year-old Dahir Adan, dressed in a security guard's uniform, was referring to Allah during his spree.
There was at least one victim who was asked if they were Muslim.
After 5 minutes of terror, an off-duty police officer shooting and killing the suspect. Overnight, the suspect's father speaking through a translator.
Yeah, he died in the mall.
Confirming his son died during the rampage.
Are you aware that ISIS is saying that he was a soldier?
Saying he wasn't aware his son was involved with ISIS. This as the terrorist organization claims to have inspired the attack, saying Adan was a soldier of the Islamic State, acting in response to calls to target the citizens.
Investigators are scrubbing through his devices now as they try to figure out exactly what motivated him to come to this mall and hurt 9 people. George.
Okay, Eva, thanks. And we're here with a former FBI investigator, Brad Garrett, our consultant on terror and security issues. And Brad, this man, Adan, ISIS claims responsibility, but he was almost certainly inspired, not directed.
I think that's exactly right. I mean, my sources tell me that he really doesn't have a footprint as far as talking to ISIS, going on their websites. So he's another kid that's just been self-radicalized.
Meantime, here in New York, a far more sophisticated attack than what we saw in Minnesota. And we just heard Mayor de Blasio in the last half hour talk about how fast this is moving. A lot of clues on the ground here in New York and New Jersey.
Oh, that's exactly right. I mean, you have the luxury of a lot of surveillance cameras, and you had a lot of witnesses, and the combination of the two, and I think they've gotten lucky on a car and a tag number that put it together really quickly.
And as Ray Kelly was saying, the fact that some of the cell phones are intact could yield a lot of information.
Absolutely.
As well.
That's going to give you a lot of clues, and the more important question, George, are they connected to other people, and are there other bombs planted?
What do you make of the sophistication, though, this overall attack? We've seen pressure cooker bombs before, the Boston Marathon bombings are also these pipe bombs at Seaside.
You know, it's one of those things that you and I could learn this online, I think, in a couple hours in reality. We may make mistakes, but the bottom line is people can build bombs today because there's ready, available formulas for them, and the ingredients are out there.
Okay, Brad Garrett, thanks very much.